What's up, folks? What's up, David? What's going on, man? What's up, Cotton? What's up, Lateron? Cubba, what's going on, dude? We got some stuff to talk about today. Right when I thought it was going to be quiet. What's up, Lapoo? They dropped some changes on PTR, which probably gonna make some people unhappy. A lot of people are going to be happy. Some of the changes not so great. Wasn't a ton of changes. I don't know if you guys seen it. They just announced it. It's probably not even an hour ago. They dropped changes out on PTR. So I'm going to go over them real quick. Just touch base on the stuff they changed. Then we'll probably do a little bit of running. But pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. One second. I forgot what I was going to look at. What's going on, Martin? Okay, so maybe we should just jump right into this. I'm probably going to put out a video on this tomorrow, but we're going to take a look at these changes they just dropped on PTR. Let's go all the way up to the top. I don't know if you guys have seen this. They literally just put this out not quite an hour ago. Mostly good. Some stuff's kind of questionable. I'm not sure why, but they updated the patch notes. So basically anything in red they just changed. So for Amazons, nothing's changed. They didn't touch anything on Amazons. Assassins, nothing's changed. They didn't touch anything there. Okay. War cries for Barbarian. Okay, War cries mana cost now increases by only 0.75 per level instead of 1. Okay, so this was a minor buff. What's up, YP? So basically, the cost of Warcry is not going up as much as it was before. So, minor change to Barbarians. That's it. Nothing else changed. Alright, Druid change. This is the big deal. They completely reverted the IAS calculation change on shapeshifting. So, Feral Druids are back. Shapeshifters are back. The change they made is gone. And a lot of people were complaining about this. So, this is reverted back to original. I think this is this is probably the biggest change. There's some other stuff we need to talk about, but this is probably the biggest thing, and I think a lot of people were expecting this. So this is a good change. They reverted the IAS changes back to original form, so the calculations are back to original. Shapeshift, werewolf changes, shapeshifting changes are no longer broken. So, good thing. Alright, this one. They reduced the damage gain for skill ranges. I'm not sure how to read this. So, number of hits per Raven reduced from 12 to 5, which the per Raven reduced number of hits. I thought it was already 5. Oh, restored to original value. What? No longer increases per level. Okay, so this affects number of hits. I thought it was 5 across the board, so maybe I was misunderstanding the original intent of this. See, because I thought it was reduced, the number of ravens was from 12 to 5. I think this is misrepresented. I thought the reduction was 12 ravens to 5 ravens, not the number of hits. So I don't know about this one. Yeah, this one doesn't make any sense. I think this isn't correct. So basically, overall, this is a little bit of reversion in damage to the ravens. They were really strong. I don't know that I would have messed with this, though. It's not like the ravens were OP. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something here, but this is a damage nerf to the ravens. Well, so much for my summoner build. I don't think it'll, honestly, I don't know that it affects it a whole lot. I'll have to play around with it and see. That's pretty much it for druids. Necromancers, I don't think they touched. Yeah, they didn't touch anything. Now this is pretty big. They reverted all the Arden change stuff except for some of the holy fire. So all the bitching about the Arden stuff, and they rolled it all back. I still don't think it was that big of a deal. Just because of the expense required to build this. So I don't know. I think it's a much ado about nothing. But there was a lot of bitching about it, or well, there was a lot of attention drawn to it. I don't know that it was technically a lot of people complaining about it. I think there was some in the PvP aspect that some people thought it might affect PvP negatively. I don't know. I don't really care a whole lot. I mean, I have the Arden on my account right now, and he does pretty good without any changes. What's live now, so yeah, whatever. The Holy Fire part of it will be up a little bit. Holy Shock no longer hits as hard, so okay. Sanctuary, I don't think anybody really cared about that. Nothing else changed. Okay, this one I don't understand. So, they reverted the Hydra damage back to original damage. The spam is still available where you can cast it without delay. It's still 6 Hydra packs, but they reduced the synergy damage back to original. So apparently they thought Hydras were too OP. I don't know about all that. I mean, it's still not going to be a Purifier build out there that's going to work. So reducing the Hydra damage, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah, Lapoo, but you still kind of can, even now, before the changes. Because the 100% damage was to the full extent of the aura. They didn't reduce the aura. So the damage increase was of mobs close to you. So killing the full screen, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, Zen, this literally dropped less than an hour ago. This just came out and went live on PTR. So if you think about it, the aura range is still the same. What the change was, like up close, you could get up to 200% more damage. On the peripheral, it's still 100%. That's still the case now on live. Right now, it's still 100%. It's just 100% all the way through. So, Cosmic, I don't really think that the Hydras were OP enough to restore this back. I mean, because the calculation here, you got to look at it. It's 2% per point. So there's 20 hard points you could put into each synergy. So that's 40% total. Oh wait, 40% per synergy times 2 is 80% damage reduction. So I don't think Hydras were so OP that they needed to reduce the synergy damage. I don't know. Maybe if it's a PvP thing, I don't see it needing to be that coming into play to affect this. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with this change. I still think fire, just in general, is not a solely viable skill, as in you could solely build fire and go through hell. Yeah, exactly, Scott. This is kind of a this is not. I don't think this is a good change. Yeah, Scott, I did the same thing. I mean, I thought the damage was good, but I didn't consider it OP. And again, once you get into hell difficulty with all the fire immunes, they kind of negated anyways. So maybe they did this because of PvP. I don't know. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, so that's all the changes to the skills. So not a ton. No changes to the mercenaries. No changes to the rune words. No changes to the set bonuses. No changes to the areas. These are good changes. They changed the arrow and bolt stack to 500 instead of 200. This is good. This needed to happen a long time ago, to be perfectly honest. And then this, people were talking about this with the throw barbs. They made some changes to throw barbs, which were good, but the quantity, throw weapon quantity was an issue, so they increased that by 50%. So these are two good. These changes needed to happen, so these are good. So yeah, I'm gonna play around with the Hydra. I'll probably put a video out on this tomorrow, and I'll maybe put some more detail in and see what the Hydra looks like. The damage, the synergy reduction back to original, that's a pretty big damage reduction. So Hydra relegated to maybe an off spec. It's not going to be up there. Um, some people will try it. I might still play around with it, but that's a pretty big damage reduction. So yeah, the sork change I don't care for. Of course, they needed to make the shapeshifter change back. That totally understand. They needed to do that. The aura stuff, I don't care. That's such a one-off in builds. You're not going to see a ton of Arden, so that's whatever. What's up, Liam? So, but the sork change, there was a lot of people looking at Hydra builds, and they killed a lot of the damage. So that one probably most people will focus on, because that to me was a pretty big change. And they had a cloak of shadows bug that they fixed. So that's the extent of the changes to PTR. I don't think we're going to see anything else. Again, I think people are going to mainly focus on this. A lot of people were wanting to try some hybrid specs with the Hydra. I mean, the cast delay is still there, but now that the damage has been restored back to original, I don't know. Maybe with the 6 Hydras packs, it'll be enough to make it stay viable, but I'm not so sure. That's a lot of damage being pulled back. So It is what it is. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna have to test it out a little bit and see how it feels. Maybe create some sort of hybrid spec on PTR and play around with it and just see how like Orb Hydra works or something. But that's the extent of it. That's what they dropped today. It is live on PTR if you want to play around with it or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. This one I think is going to kill a lot of potential hybrid specs. Um, you will have two more Hydra packs, so maybe that's enough extra damage to make up. Kind of hard to say. So there we are. With that being said, I mean, that's not a lot of changes for this iteration on PTR. I kind of thought they were going to drop that this week. I think we're going to do a little more testing through next week, and then I think they're going to announce ladder. So they're pushing. I think they're going to push back a ladder announcement to probably mid next week. Whether they push it out a week beyond or 2 weeks beyond that, um, I would bet on it being sooner rather than later. So I'm still going to stick with my mid-February launch for ladder. Yeah, well, now, Scott, I think they're going to push it out because they gave a week of testing for the initial 2.4. They're making some minor adjustments now. They'll test it through. I don't even know if this is stuff that needs to be tested for another full week. Um, I would say the 22nd, except here's the thing. Um, I think they're going to have corporate push to get ladder out, so I think it's going to be um, a week from the point of test completion. So it's like this week they drop new stuff or minor changes. So next week they'll consider testing done, and they'll be a week beyond that. So I'm still going to go with week of 15th. I think they're still going to push it out week of 15th. Yeah, Lapu, that was what people were expecting. That I think they expected the um, shapeshift changes to be reverted. I mean, it was that was probably the worst thing they pushed out, and props on them for rolling it right back. I didn't hear any complaining about Hydra being OP, so I don't understand that pushback. I don't understand that one at all. Um, and there was a lot, people were all over this whole Arden thing with Llama and Dobrunsky and all them guys going, "Oh, look at how Aura is," and but whatever. Oak, it's the original patch notes. I don't think it'll let me link it. Just Google 2.4 patch notes, and it should take you. The first link should be this. It should take you straight to this. Just Google 2.4 patch notes. You don't even have to put Diablo. Just 2.4 patch notes, and it should take you straight there. And again, it's still the original patch notes from when they first dropped it, except they added the red is the latest changes. So, I mean, there wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot in this. I mean, we knew the shift stuff was coming. There was some question on the aura and stuff coming. The Hydra stuff did not expect at all. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just, regardless of this, yeah, am I disappointed? Sure. Maybe it won't be as big a deal as I'm thinking it is, but that's all total. It's like an 80% reduction in damage. That's a lot. So, is being able to spam up to 6 enough to make Hydra viable? That's basically what they made it. I can spam 6 Hydra packs now. That's it. Does that make it viable? People were complaining about the cast delay. So, at least I guess you can call it a compromise. I still don't get this, but whatever. It is what it is. I want ladder. Yeah, Lapu, it could be. I'm gonna test it. Because it's 6 versus 4. Because it's right now you can only spam 4 packs. Well, and you can't even spam them. There's cast delay right now, but you'll be able to spam 6 packs real quick. Whether it's enough. See, it's not controllable targeting though. That's what was always kind of an issue with Hydra. It's just going to attack closest, so you got to target, be real specific in your targeting. But you can throw them down. You can still peek corners. You can still throw them up ahead. It'll still be a safety build, but I mean, that slows down clear speed if you're using Hydras to clear. So, I don't know. It kind of makes it meh. I might go back to like orb firewall or something. Firewall for sniping, orb for damage or something along those lines. Because with with the cast delay stuff off, those two become a little more viable. Yeah, Oak, they did increase that, and they increased the arrow stacking to 500, which is kind of cool. I don't think that's enough to make Boazon still a thing, but it's headed in the right direction. I mean, they're making strides forward, so it's headed in the right direction. Cub, I don't think so. I don't think it affects Council throwing Hydras. I don't know that it actually increased the Council Hydra's damage. I think that wouldn't have been touched. I think that the monster damage calculated completely different. Funny thing to think about. But again, if you want to find these notes, just Google 2.4 patch notes, and you should be able to find this. Yeah, Mark, I wouldn't disagree with that. Like put 50 in a book or something. 20 is not that much. But maybe we'll get some quality of life changes just intermixed, maybe not released in big patches. Maybe they'll build in some quality of life stuff as they get them done. That'd be kind of cool to see. But this, I don't know. Again, I don't really care for that particular change. But I'll test it. I'll probably put out a video on probably just specifically the Hydra stuff. The other stuff, not that big a deal. I mean, they're good changes. The aura stuff, I don't care. This would be the main focus. What's up, Larian? Oh, fun on. I thought you meant the council throwing their Hydras. Gotcha. Well, I'll test it out. Look out on the video tomorrow. I'm gonna try and do probably just a real quick hit on the Hydra changes and see what it feels like on PTR. So we'll see. Again, not a lot of stuff. So that's telling me PTR is gonna be wrapping up as far as 2.4. I wouldn't even see them investing a full week in testing it. So maybe latter announcement, mid part of next week. But yeah, I'm gonna still bet on a week out from next week. I'm still gonna go with week of the 15th. I mean, it could be a week beyond that, but I'm gonna still bank on week of the 15th, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, have not played any yet today. For those who missed it last night, I got a Vex rune on the very last run of the evening on stream. So we still got a good run of runes dropping. So far this week, Vex, 2 pulls. Not a ton of runs either. Yeah, Lorian, they just dropped changes on PTR for 2.4. Not a lot of stuff. They did roll back. The biggest piece of it is rolling back the shapeshift changes. So shapeshift's back to normal. and they reduced Hydra damage, so Hydra builds maybe not as good, but I'll be testing that tomorrow. So that's the extent of it. Everything else, there was some decent stuff in there, like stacking arrows go up to 500 now, and throw weapons have increased quantity. So not a lot of stuff in the patch notes, but I think everybody was pretty much looking for the shapeshift change out of it, so that was a good thing. So they changed shapeshift back to original state, so feral druids are not broken anymore. Broken in a bad way. So that's pretty much it. So we'll see how it goes. Again, the whole Arden thing, I don't. It's kind of whatever for me. So they did roll back a lot of the Arden stuff, but it is what it is. I think it's pretty. I think right now the state of the auras is plenty strong enough. So, you know, the changes they made that would affect my Arden were kind of already kind of icing on the cake. So they kind of reduced some of that stuff back. So whatever. Yeah, and again, it might still be viable. I'll take a look at it and put out a video on the Hydra change and see how much of a difference or what it feels like. So, you know, it might be something that people are still going to run, but just out of the gate, just the fact that they changed it's kind of weird. But I mean, I'll take the good with the bad. I don't play Shapeshift, but I really felt bad for the people that were maining Feral Druids, because the change they made was pretty horrible. And I'm glad to see they at least identified and kind of listened to the community and rolled that back. So, I mean, that's kind of a good thing. And maybe again, the Hydra stuff won't feel as bad as it sounds. We'll take a look at it and see. But with the that wasn't that much stuff in the revised changes to 2.4, so I think they're gonna try and get it out the door. I mean, you got to remember that Activision's still driving the ship, so they're gonna want PTR, or they're gonna want ladder to start as soon as possible. That way they can shift the team's focus to microtransactions. Get that stuff in there so they can make some money. And ladder's going to bring players back. Maybe draw some new players in. Who knows? I mean, that's kind of the whole goal for them anyways. Get the player count back up, because they got to fill the gap until Diablo 4, so they got to do something, right? But we're going to keep up the rune farming. Just to fill in until we can get ladder going. I don't think there's enough time for me to get into doing a grail. I kind of wanted to start a Grail, but I think I don't want to stop it to start ladder. So I feel like I don't have enough time to really get into, because to truly do a Grail, you have to do an offline character and level 1 up, and then start your hunting. That's a lot of time investment that I don't want to just cut off just because ladder starts. I might still play around with like the Necromancer in my off time, but haven't really had a chance to do that yet. So we might just wait till ladder to get going. What's up, Bradley? Yeah, Scuzzle, I mean, if I do anything, maybe that'd be the case. Because, I mean, we're going to have 4 months in ladder. So if I time it, 2 months in, I should probably be pretty set ladder-wise on what I wanted to originally accomplish. So then it might be a good time to do the Grail. ABM, I don't know that they were there to necessarily that OP. It does look like, if you read it, it looks like a damage nerf. It reads kind of funny though, because they're talking about reduction from 12 to 5, and that's just the number of ravens that were spawned. I don't know what they're talking about there. They didn't attack 12 times, so I think they got something screwed up there in the notes. David, what are you trying to find? Jeweler's Monarch's just a blue item. And the Jeweler's Monarch or Deflecting is godly blue item. Praetorian, are you cosmic? TJ, what's up, dude? I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? Oh, okay. Wasn't sure what you were talking about. Cosmic said something about where all the likes at, and I thought that might have been you doing that. Oh, I got you. I got you. My bad. Well, Cosmic, I appreciate you looking out for me, dude. That's what J-Mod is. It's Jeweler's Monarch of Deflecting. It's just a blue Monarch with 4 sockets and of deflecting suffix. That's what a J-Mod is. Basically, you get more more block with it, and you have 4 sockets. People like to stack it with jewels. Back in the day, they used to put 4015, 40 ED, 15 IAS jewels in it. Nowadays, they use them to put 5/5 facets for more damage. So it's like one of the best blue bases to put those kind of things in. That's why it's so sought after, because it's so hard to get that particular affix with the jewelers. Liam, you just need to roll one, man. Somebody saying the other day they rolled one, which is just crazy. I'd have had to gone out and bought a lottery ticket if I'd rolled a J mod. That's just nuts. Would have had to go right out and get that lottery ticket. Yeah, David, that sounds like you found a mod, Monarch of Deflecting. Because that's what that extra increased chance block rate. That's the deflecting part of it. The jeweler's part, the prefix, is 4 sockets. Yeah, this guzzle, they're just super rare. That's why they're so valuable, because it is, you know, is it a PvP base mainly? I think that's where people are looking for it at this point. It's like Diablo has these phases. Like, say for instance in ladder, you know, there's the original, there's the initial rush to get the items, to get the magic finding, to get the characters all geared up, to do Ubers, and then people start really focusing on rune hunting to get the rare rune words, and then after everybody has everything, then everything starts falling into PvP mode for the people that do PvP, for the right items to do that. It's kind of a continuous cycle. It's always how Diablo plays out. And we've all, you know, a lot of the OG players, they've been doing this same thing for I don't even know how many times at this point. But we always enjoy starting over. It's just kind of fun. You know, you run that cycle and then you're back to the beginning of it, and it's still fun. So maybe we're just all masochists at heart. You can't get 4. That's why it's so rare. I think the blue item will only give you 2 sockets with the quest.
I am overburdened.
That's why J mods are so rare. They can only be found or rolled. You could get like one, say for instance, I have one that a blue one that dropped off Diablo, and I've been throwing it in the cube and hitting it with perfect gems on occasion just to get some random rolls on it. But yeah, you can't do it through socket quests. That's why it's rare. Dude, stop hitting me. I mean, otherwise, you just find of deflecting and just cube it. You know, it's not that big a deal. I mean, I found one the other day, so got to find it. You can't even shop a jeweler's. You can shop a jeweler's armor, but you can't shop a jeweler's shield. Yeah, Scuzzle, it's ridiculous. I mean, it can happen. I mean, take it for what it's worth, but somebody in chat the other day said that they rolled one. They cubed one. I like looking at those. I mean, and it could happen. I mean, they're out there. I mean, it's a pretty rare chance, but technically, you know, even with crazy odds, you could roll it on the very first attempt. I mean, that's just how it works. People win the lottery all the time. Yeah, don't ever get those. Ring of hands. Yeah, Bob, they rolled the damage back. Yeah, RNG is RNG. I mean, it's just how it goes, right? Yeah, Bob, they dropped the notes about an hour ago, and they rolled the damage back on the Hydras. You can still get 6, and you can still spam them, basically. Cast reduction, or cast delays are still gone, but they rolled the synergy damage back. They rolled the electric shock changes were rolled back. Holy shock changes were rolled back completely, and the holy fire changes were rolled back partially. So yeah, they did hit the art and stuff with that as well. Yeah, because it went from 3 to 5. They could have reduced their just like a 1% increase. So it's kind of weird that they rolled it completely back. But Blizz will be Blizz. Yeah, the shapeshift was fixed. That was the biggest thing I think people were looking for. I honestly wasn't expecting other changes, but yeah, whatever. I keep forgetting about the Raven change. That one didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Because, I mean, obviously the summoner was OP, right? So many people were talking about doing summoner builds right out of the gate because of how OP the Ravens were. Yeah, Goshu. I mean, that's what I kind of figured because you have 6 versus 4, and you could cast them pretty quick. But I mean, I still don't think the Hydras just in general were that OP. I mean, they just weren't. So why the damage rollback's kind of weird. What's up, Tavi? Yeah, I mean, Bob, with the rollback in the synergy damage. I mean, I guess technically, yeah, you could just turn it into a 40-40 build versus dumping synergy points. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they could have done that because it was originally a 3% per synergy point, and it went to 5, right? They could have either split the difference and made them 4, or like you're saying, they could have done one of them. I mean, there's a bunch of different compromises they could have made out besides. Let's just roll it all the way back. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know what grand calculations they made that made them think that Hydras were suddenly just too OP. Bob, I said that earlier. I was thinking about maybe just going back to Orb Wall. Tommy, that's pretty good. That's not bad. Berser and 2 pulls. I'd take that. Just 7 days of pulling a Burr rune is good. Much less getting a Sir and a couple pulls out of it. I wouldn't complain about that at all. Or I hope you're happy with those results, because that's pretty good. Scholar, or Praetorian. Yeah, no, you're right, dude. I mean, whatever. At this point, just drop ladder. Let's go with it. Let's make adjustments for 2.5 and keep trucking. But let's go ahead and get ladder out there so people can try some new stuff from scratch. See what it feels like. We learn from that. We make adjustments. I mean, it's beyond time. Let's get ladder out there. I think it's in a good place. Even with these changes, I think it's in a good place. Let's go ahead and let's go with it. Let's start ladder. I mean, if there's stuff that seems off kilter, you adjust it for 2.5. I mean, that's simple. Just got to bite the bullet, just cut it loose. Yeah, I mean, exactly, Bob. I mean, they are being, I think they're being kind of overly cautious because it's the first ladder season. But just go ahead and pull the cord. Let's do it. We'll learn from we'll learn from the ladder. It's only 4 months, and then we make adjustments for the ladder 2. Yeah, Praetorian. We'll talk about it later. Let's schedule something, and maybe we'll even do it live. Maybe we'll just get as many people into a game to drop trangs as we can, and we'll just film it. Because I've found 3 in like the last week, and I've got them as well. Maybe we'll schedule it for like next week. No, let's do it for like next. Oh, yeah, Sunday might be a good day. Sunday actually might be a good day. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I think Sunday would actually be perfect. For those that don't know, we've been kind of collecting Trang armors as kind of a gag. So the plan was just drop as many Trang armors into a game and just like have it in have it on video, just as kind of a gag, because I don't even know how many I have at this point. I got way too many. And we could just cycle people in and out that have extra Trangs. We'll just drop them all in Act 1. No, Sunday afternoon is actually a good time because there's a lot of the guys in Europe that are still on. They can jump in if they have some. And we can just make it a community Trang armor collection. And see how many we could get to cover the ground in Act 1. I think that'd be pretty funny. We'll even, maybe we'll get Moo to put it in one of his videos. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty funny. I'll hit Moo up. I got his email. I'll let him know what we're going to do. Because he popped on last Sunday, or past couple of Sundays. And maybe I'll clip it and send it to him. Maybe he'll dump it into, put it into one of his videos. That'd be pretty funny. I got at least 12 of them. At least 12. Yeah, Liam's kind of like that. I mean, I got so many. Like again, I found like 3 this past week that I stashed away. Yeah, Mitchell, it's nuts. The Trang armors this since release has been kind of crazy. So that's something too. But yeah, well, I'm gonna we're gonna do it Sunday. We'll do it Sunday. I'll put an announcement out in my community chat. We'll just make a game available, and anybody that wants to jump in and drop some Trang armors can do so. I have a Necro. He's only level 32, but I have one. He's my Trang mule, or one of them. I need to find a couple here now. What's up, Dave? Dang, Praetorian, you getting ready, aren't you? I need a clean house as well. No, Dave, I've got the deflecting one, but I haven't found a jeweler's one of any sort. In fact, I think I've actually hit the deflecting one on a roll, and I think I found one with deflecting on it. But jewelers I have not seen. It exists, it's out there, but I have not seen it. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, the jewelers is really a rare mod. It's just in itself. Just getting that combo is just crazy. Yeah, just seeing that jewelers mod pop up is pretty crazy. Get that adrenaline pumping a little bit.
Not even death can save you from me.
Sean, that's actually a really good armor. Or it used to be. I don't know if that's valuable now. People used to look for those jewelers of the whale armors. 89 is pretty good. It caps at 100. 90 plus is really used to be real valuable. Oh yeah, we used to shop for Jewelers Archon of the Whale, cause you could shop those off Anya. Um, my dad used to spend hours just running in and out of Pendle Portal shopping those. And he found one. He found an Archon. I think he found like a 93 or 94 life one once, and we ended up trading it. This was back when SOJs was the currency, and I think we sold it for like a full inventory of SOJs. It was crazy. But yeah, I don't think that's used as it was back then. I think armor-wise, there's too many good options, but the J mod is still used. Oh, really, Scholar? So there's still people looking for those types of armors? Ancient armor, would that fall in low-level stuff? Yeah, Aki rings was always a thing, too. Yeah, Sean, that's what that Archon, they'd put the 4015s in it. I feel like the ancient armor would fall in the low-level dueling category, or am I thinking that's still too high? Well, that's kind of a cool little pop. Yeah, the PvP stuff, non-ladder. I mean, that's a whole different world. That yeah, I mean, ladder doesn't affect it. Those guys always PvP on non-ladder, so those items are always sought after because they're super rare, so they don't come up that often. Okay. Yeah, I think of the whale would probably be too high to be for low-level dueling. Or maybe even the jeweler's prefix might be too high for low-level. I held off running earlier today just in case I used up all my rune drop luck. Yesterday, before I went live, I found an Ist and a pull rune. Even though I did find that Vex live, so that was kind of cool, but I was kind of holding off today. Another Kira's. And I find these things. Alright, what kind of resist can we get off this one? Ah, another crappy one. 59. Get out of here. Scholar, that might be the case. Would that be like artisans or mechanics? I think it's 3-socket. Yeah, I think that might still be valuable for low-level PvP if you get the 3-socket one with. I don't think you could get of the whale, but there's probably like a life mod that works for low-level dueling. PvP stuff, man, that's a whole different world of items that they look for. That's unless you're heavy into PvP, you just don't even realize what you're leaving on the ground that might actually be real valuable. Like the big thing is like small charms with life and mana is actually pretty big deal if you could get them like there's 3 brackets like level 9 PvP, level I think is 18 PvP, and level 30 PvP, and they all have like different charm requirements and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's, you wouldn't think. You'd look at it and go, man, that's, yeah, it's not worth a lot. But if you look at the level requirements on, say, like, I think that it's like 15 life, maybe 17 mana will fall under level 30, and that's like a super valuable small charm. But people look at that and go, 15 life, that's just kind of meh. But it's actually a super valuable item. Just call him an Uber. Just kidding. We'll work it out, man. So yeah, if you see charms that, you know, with life and mana on them, especially, look at the level requirements. Just and again, you might want to hold on to them because they're actually worth a lot. They got a like really high trade value. Yeah, Cubba, there's real specific stuff that a lot of these guys look for that you wouldn't even think would have any value. Yeah, I don't get tired of chaos. I just always enjoy running chaos. It doesn't get boring to me. Some areas, like, I can only do pits for a little bit. Cows I can't do it all. Like Diablo runs, I could do a few and then kind of meh. But chaos, I could just run over and over and over. It might just be boring the hell out of you guys at this point, but just the whole idea of seeing that rune drop just keeps me going. Yeah, see, Praetorian, I mean, it's crazy, man. Some of that low-level dueling stuff. I used to be into that back in the day. Um, but yeah, I mean, we were looking for like some really specific stuff. Sean, I hear you, man. I mean, all us Diablo players have our little superstitions about drops and stuff that we don't want to waste our luck, that kind of thing. I totally get it. That's why I don't want to waste my luck on PTR. I've already gotten a stupid low rune to drop there. I don't mind finding stuff on non-ladder. I mean, technically we still don't have a ladder, so. But there are some items I do want to collect, if nothing else. I still haven't made a grief for myself. I want to do some of the really hard, expensive rune words like Last Wish and that sort of stuff. So, collecting runes on non-ladder at this point, I still don't mind it. Appreciate it, Jacob. Yeah, listen, I hadn't seen a burr rune in a while. I'd love to see one. Yeah, I've gotten that Joe staff a few times. Is that actually pronounced Joe, or do you pronounce that Yo staff? What's up, Ed? Nothing that special today. We're just really getting into it. We spent a little bit of time at the beginning talking about the PTR changes that just dropped, or the 2.4 changes that just dropped. So just started doing some runs. Nothing of any consequence yet, but we're still kind of early into it. Just PC, Ahmed. Yeah, I haven't owned a console since Xbox 360. In fact, I think I still have my Xbox.
Not even death can save you from me.
I think it's Yostaff, isn't it? Yeah, and on top of that, I still want my Griff. I think it will drop here. I think I can get it to drop in Chaos. Yeah, that's true, Scholar. Luke, they reverted the shapeshift changes, which is a great thing. So feral druids are back to a non-broken state. They reduced Hydra damage, which everybody's talking about. They reduced the synergy damage that they had added. They pulled it back. Holy Fire's not all the way back. They still have some of the damage increases in Holy Fire. They completely reverted Holy Shock, though. Yeah, Ed, I did see that. I gambled Akira's, which is kind of cool. I did that last week. But yeah, I did see the video of the guy gambling a Griffin's. That's just pretty nuts. I was almost there with the Kiras. I think I used all my luck up, though, doing it with the Kiras. Jan, yeah, I played Blizzard for a while. I just got bored with Blizzard, and I've always preferred Lightning. So once my gear was pretty decent, I switched to Lightning, even before I got my Infinity. I was farming Chaos with Lightning without an Infinity for a pretty good while. Oh yeah, they did somehow. The Raven changes was kind of weird how they worded it. So I think they're actually going to adjust their patch notes to reflect what they actually meant. It was kind of weird wording on that. But I mean, summoners were going to be the new meta, right? So they had to revert Raven damage. Dude, kill this guy. Deceit's gonna be so annoying. Thank you. What's up, Floyd? It's going pretty good. Yeah, Luke, that one I think caught a lot of people off guard. I'm going to test it tomorrow just to see how bad it actually is. Maybe it's not too horrible. They, like I said, they pulled back the synergy bump that they had given Hydra, but you can still cast 6, and the cast delay is gone still. I don't know if that's enough. That's the whole problem. But again, we'll see. I don't care at this point. I want ladder to drop. Just go ahead and put it out there. We'll figure it out. Adjust it in the next ladder. Yeah, Floyd. Honestly, I didn't. I thought Hydra could still use a little work, so they rolled the damage back. Again, I might be going some sort of orb firewall build of some sort, and maybe just I'll either revert to this build again, or maybe try out Nova. Nova is pretty strong. If you can get a decent setup with even get it up to the 200 break point, it'd be fun to play around with. See you, Cubba. Dang, Ed, you getting covered up? Is it still doing it now? Man, y'all getting covered up then. If it's been doing it, that's 12 hours now. Yeah, no thanks on that one. Yeah, that's the worst thing. if it's on there so bad that you can't even open your car door. Man, it sounds like y'all gonna be buried for a while. Yeah, Cosmic, all y'all gets rain, right? I didn't realize it was getting that bad in Texas. I thought I'd heard about a storm of some sort going through Texas, but I didn't realize it was going to be that bad.
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah, I hear you. Hell, at this point, I would be thinking you just hoping it stops, much less clearing up. I'm getting a lot of these lately. Those scissors are really high base drops as far as TC class. Jesus. I didn't realize it gotten that bad in Texas. I hear you, Jacob. Well, wasn't it just last year where y'all had the big freeze, where all the issues with the power outages? It was just last year, wasn't it? It's happening again. Man, that's just crazy when it's out like that for when it's cold. I mean, we've had issues with power outages, like when the hurricanes would come through. But you know, usually the weather, it's, if anything, it's like really hot. Um, when Hurricane Fran came through, when I lived in Wilmington, power was out for a pretty good while. But it was like September, and it was just god awful hot out. Yeah, I kind of was wondering if they were going to be more prepared if it was going to happen again, because I know the big stink was talking about how a lot of the wind turbines froze up, so they lost capacity from that, and it was just all kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm sure you don't, Ahmed. Pretty consistent, just hot, right? I don't do cold. Yeah. We get our little things here in Raleigh, but I mean, the extent of it, unless we get some like really freak weather coming through, we get like one or two snowstorms, which maybe drops an inch of snow on the ground, which still shuts everything down. Um, and that's pretty much it. I mean, every 20 years we'll get like a serious snowstorm that comes through, but nothing that, I mean, it's so infrequent that we can't really count it. And then, you know, we have the potential for hurricanes, even though those have been pretty infrequent hitting North Carolina here lately. So we've been actually been pretty lucky. Yeah, I hear you, Jacob. Yeah, it was you know there was a big dust up over that, and you know, I mean it was a big deal. I mean because I mean the capacity just wasn't there because of how bad that came through. I hear you, man. Yeah, y'all are pretty consistent weather-wise, that's for sure. Don't have to don't have to deal with that craziness. Yeah, I mean, North Carolina is pretty temperate, so we get pretty lucky for the most part. I don't remember that one, Ed. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, Bob, y'all got to deal with that cold ass wind coming off the lake. That would have been an interesting helm if we'd have had like some ravens or something on that. Two sockets plus two summoning, once 2.4. That would have been an interesting helmet, but it's only got solar creeper. It's unfortunate. That would have been kind of cool. Oh, I got you, Ed. I was taking you too literal. Yeah, screw that, Bob. No thanks. Again, I'll say it a million times. I don't do cold. I don't. Oh, yeah, it's that time, is it? Hey, we'll talk more about the Trang thing. What is with Deceased here? He's just non-stop running away from me tonight. Yeah, I'm about to pull me a burr rune. I feel it. Wouldn't it have been funny if it dropped off this pack? I could stand 100-degree days for forever over just any kind of cold. I just don't like cold. Getting a bunch of Lobby stuff today. Thanks, Praetorian. Have fun at work. Almost time to switch to Arden for some full clears. Wow, 37 lifer. I think that's pretty valuable. What's up, Don Pedro? No, nothing to hold. Nothing yet.
I am overburdened.
Had to have our little discussion about the patch changes, but outside of that, it's been relatively calm so far. Them rare thawing potions. Dang, I hear you, dude. This is chaos is a gift that keeps on giving. Great poleaxe. Ethereal? No. Oh well. Another Row Rune. Don't need those. Alright, let's play some Arden. Yeah, Don Pedro, they're just... everybody's playing Lightning right now. And Lightning's kind of the endgame Sorc builds. So that's when, you know, when you're into the later stages of D2, like we're in kind of the 4-month increment of since D2R launched. Lightning's kind of the majority of Sorc builds, so everybody's hunting like Lightning Skillers and stuff. Oh, no. We're going to play the Arden. I mean, kind of at the beginning, the cold Skillers were probably going for a lot more, but now, you know, we're at the other end of it, so that's when the light Skillers start really taking life. I mean, they're probably just super expensive right now. I mean, I only have 2, and I think they're both plain. Nice, Finn. What was the percentage on it? Was it a good one? Well, any Mara's is good. It's just nice to have one with higher resist on it.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Hey, Co-Rune. That's not a bad drop. Co-Rune takes the rune lead so far today. So I mean, this is the Arden, and you know, this is without the changes from 2.4, and they're super strong. I guess, yeah, the changes would have made a pretty significant difference, but I mean, I don't know. There's not that many people running this build. Yeah, Ed, Cal's just not my thing. I get bored with it easy. I mean, and I got a Javazon that's pretty strong that, I mean, I just blast through cows, and I just get bored with it. I have a hard time even finishing a run sometimes. I mean, I've had some okay luck in cows. I don't know, man. Yeah, exactly, Scott. I think they looked at the feedback from Dobrunsky and Llama and them guys going, oh my God, look how crazy this is now. And, I mean, you're going to base that off a 1% build? I don't know why they even. Well, no, I take that back. I mean, I know why they were addressing the auras, because in that situation where you're looking at the as part of a build strategy, like early leveling and stuff. I mean, they could have probably used some work, but they kind of nerfed it based off of this Arden build, which is just stupid. Chaotic, where are you at? Where are you getting the snow at? Are you up in Ohio, that area too? Yeah, Martin. I turned the sound off. Oh, you're in PA? Oh, that's right. I think you said that yesterday. Yeah, Justin, they fixed it or reverted it. So yeah, I know a lot of people are happy about that. That they tuned that back to where it was. Which that was a good change, reverting that back. They didn't need to make that change to begin with. So I know a lot of the shapeshift mains were glad to see that fixed. And I don't think anybody would disagree that that needed to be rolled back. It was kind of a stupid change to begin with. I did get that. I don't know if you were still on when I got the Vex last night. Literally the last run of the stream. I thought that was pretty cool. Ouch, shiz. Yeah. My dad's family is actually from Pennsylvania. They're like mid-state though, around State College. Actually Clearfield County. Up in the mountains. Haven't been up there in a while though. Yeah, sure, Kaparki. Hold on. Almost perfect. I only keep 40% extra gold. Eventually, one day, I'm going to build the gold fine barb. YP, I mean, I don't think there's really... It depends on your needs. I don't cube runes anymore below, like... Let's see, maybe... Shale runes and up I start cubing now. I don't cube any of the lower ones. Yeah, shiz, they usually get some pretty cold weather up there. I would think it's kind of colder off the lake though. Damn, Scholar. I hear you, man. Alright, let's take a look at the build. This is an Arden. This is not on PTR. This is my current on BattleNet Arden. So, this build is Hand of Justice for the level 16 Holy Fire, paired with the Dragon Armor, which is level 14 Holy Fire. So I get level 30 Holy Fire here. Then I got Dream, which is level 30 Holy Shock. I run a Mara's, an Arax. I don't remember why I have that ring. It is dual leech, but I don't remember why I put it on. I got a Raven Frost, Chances for Magic Find, and Traps for Magic Find. And the charms are kind of junk. They're mostly resist charms because I was doing Ubers with this guy. And the way you set up an Arden, you max resist fire for Holy Fire synergy. You max resist lightning for Holy Shock synergy. And both of them use Salvation, so you max Salvation for synergies. You don't actually put points in these. I did this just so I could get the Holy Shield. I mean, to Conviction. Conviction's an aura you run. And then a couple points in Zeal, just smack stuff. And Holy Shield. Yeah, dude, I'd imagine it's cold as hell up in North Dakota. Yeah, but I think it would be colder just getting that air off of the lake, man. I think that makes those guys next to the lake, it just gets a lot colder there than further in state. But with this Arden setup, this becomes my Chatladin because I could just read chat. I don't really have to worry about hitting stuff if I don't want to. I can just stand here and stuff just dies. No, Chaotic. I haven't done any key running lately. I need to though. I just haven't gotten around to it. See, I didn't have to hit a single one of those. And again, this is not the PTR build. This is just Battle.net, what I have currently. I mean, it is a crazy expensive build. But it was just something I wanted to put together. I've self-found all the runes for these except for the low rune, which I traded for with a jaw rune that I found. Not an even swap, but I did trade for one low rune. So I mean I have pretty good luck with drops, as some people have seen. I almost find everything in Chaos. I farm other areas on occasion, but Chaos is kind of my go-to. I just have way too much luck here. I actually haven't found a decent rune. I was trying to remember if I found anything good with the Paladin. I mainly do this to kind of mix it up and do some full clears instead of seal popping.
I am overburdened.
Not even death can save you from me.
But yeah, this guy's, I don't know. I haven't found anywhere where he's really weak. Yeah, right, Dave. Again, I won't talk about PTR. Not really, man. I enjoy. I do get bored of certain areas, but Chaos has just never been. I don't know. It's just never really bored me that much. I mean, I enjoy mixing up what characters I run in Chaos. In other areas, I get bored of pretty quick. But Chaos, for I don't know, I couldn't tell you why. I mean, I just enjoy running it. You get that nice little adrenaline rush, dopamine hit from finding stuff. So that kind of keeps me running Chaos. And it happens on a regular enough basis that I keep coming back. Are you asking what PTR is, or what did they change? PTR is the test realm where they put out, they've got 2.4 on PTR right now to doing the testing. I don't know if you're asking me what PTR is or what they changed today. They put out new patch notes a couple hours. Well, it hadn't been a couple hours. It's been a little bit now. So I think this is going to be the last iteration of changes to 2.4 before they go live with it. So I'm hoping for an announcement for ladder shortly. Yeah, Scholar, I just can't. I can't do cows anymore. I used to run cows a lot. But just kind of, I don't know, just kind of got away from it. And now it's just not my thing. Now, since I'm running full Arden, I have to use Hand of Justice to make that work. I guess if I was running Tesla, I'd probably test out using a Crescent Moon, since that's strictly just the lightning. But since I'm running the full Arden with the Holy Fire between, well, not that, between Hand of Justice and Dragon, I need this weapon. Oh, on the Sork. No, I actually haven't tried it. I don't know what that. I'd have to do a rework because of the FCR I get off the Hodo. So I'd probably have to rework a lot of gear to make that work. Because Crescent Moon doesn't have any FCR on it, so. Well, I don't think it does. I'm almost positive it doesn't. So yeah, I'd have to completely rework my setup to fit the Crescent Moon in. Yeah, Scholar, I do like a handful of Bale runs, and I just don't care for them. It is great for leveling. The waves give you a lot of XP. And I know a lot of people just run the waves. They don't even bother with Bale. They'll do, especially if they're grinding XP, they'll just run the waves and then reset. What's up, Jonas? Yeah, I think Nova's in a good place, though. I don't think there was anything they needed to touch. I don't think they necessarily needed to nerf the Hydra damage, though. That was an odd change to me. Jan, technically the best place to get Tal Armor's off Bale. It's #1 drop rate. Now, whether you can stomach running Bale that much, that's the thing. Well, Kung Fu, I don't know, because that's kind of the trade-off, because Nova is like super strong now in 2.4. So I think that's the trade-off, is you're going to have to deal with mana issues. Well, I'm talking specifically when in regards to Tal Armor, just the actual percentages. Bale does have the highest percentage drop chance. There's plenty of places where you can drop it. but Bale has the highest drop rate. I mean, I think Nova's going to be the end game farming build in ladder. I think that's going to be the end game. Yeah, Shank's a good drop. I mean, I think if you feel kind of weak, you could do like Pendle Shank runs. That'll get your XP. It's decent XP as well. I don't know about drops. You can get good items off Shank. My dad got a Burr rune off of him a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. So Shank can drop stuff. If you're feeling weak, depends on type of character you're running. Or did you say? Okay, you said assassin. Heck, even Andy runs are not bad. You running Trap Assassin? Yeah, unfortunately without teleport, just running in general is kind of slow. So, yeah, I mean, Shank, Pendle are, real easy and quick to get to, so those are good runs. Trying to think of other areas that are, maybe even trying to think pits with lightning. With Death Sentry might not be too bad. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hit that one first.
Not even death can save you from me.
I think if you slowly, you can still do Chaos, I think technically, even if you just take it kind of slow, because the River of Flame is a monster level 85. Lightning does okay there, except for, of course, the Wisps are the only thing that are really lightning immune. You can kind of slow pick your way through it, and I think if you just full clear, even if it takes you a little while, you'll eventually get good gear running Chaos. Even on the light Trap Assassin. Because the only thing you're going to run to light immunes, maybe on occasion, one of the seal bosses might pop light immune, and the Wisps, but you don't have to have a terribly strong Merc to beat those down. What level are you, Kaparki? Hey man, Chaos is doable. And just pick your way through. Again, the entire area is monster level 85, so there's a chance of everything dropping. The Seal Boss and Diablo actually don't drop everything, but the payoff's still pretty decent, even if you're just slow going it. I would almost, well no, in fact I know I would do Chaos over Mephisto runs, 100%. Just working your way through 2 levels to get to Mephisto is just a pain in the ass. 86, it's doable. Just try it. I mean, do it kind of slow. Yeah, you probably need a little higher weapon on your Merc to be able to get them to beat down the light immunes. So maybe look at that as kind of something to go after, because Insight's cheap to make. So if you get a decent base, or if you pick up a Reaper's Toll or something, I think you can make it happen, and then run chaos. And you will get the gear eventually to really build up your assassin. And you guys level 86. Are you playing on PC or are you playing on a console? Do you happen to be on my Discord right now? Have you joined our Discord? Link's in the description if you haven't. And we could probably hook you up with at least a base, if not like a Reaper's Toll or something, to get your merc up to snuff. And I totally understand if you don't want to take stuff, or if are you playing online or are you playing offline character? I mean, we can't really provide you anything if you're playing offline, which is fine, but
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, we could probably hook you up with something if you're playing on BattleNet. Yeah, join our Discord if you're not on there. And for anybody else that are not familiar with our Discord, we have a really solid community there. And we try and help out each other as much as we can. And we don't do everything for free. We do a lot of trading and stuff there as well, but is Tyrant Club the Demon Limb? Is that the one that keeps talking about with the enchant charges on it? Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to one just in case. People keep mentioning that to me, and I don't actually have one in stash. I've found like a bunch of them, but I've never actually picked one up and kept it. I mean, if you prefer to build an insight, I have quite a few bases I'm not using. What's mid-level on the Merc to be able to equip the a Colossal Bulge? Because it's got a high strength requirement.
Not even death can
It's like 88 or something if you don't have like an Andes. What's up, Dumas? Is it 90 plus? I didn't think it was that high. I thought it was like around 88. Keep getting these phase blades. How much extra strength does the Andes give you? So it's like plus 28. Is that a random stat on the Andes? I don't have another one ID'd. Yeah, because I think I got 3 of these now. That's the reason why I'm asking. I got 3 of these ethereal 4-socket CVs. Yeah, it's 200 ethereal. So if you get an Andes, then you could equip this pretty early. Yeah, it is. But the damage is pretty high, and it'll do the job if you're just using it to snipe lightning immunes. It's not that bad. It's the reason why I'm saying. Because, I mean, I have these available. I don't have any other ones. For some reason, I just got a bunch of CVs. I keep finding the stupid things. I'll hang on to that. Might have some use for it later on. Oh, I forgot I was going to look at this stupid chat bot thing so I could do the giveaway. Cryptic Axe is pretty low. I think you could equip a Cryptic Axe like real early. Yeah, I'm the same way, Ed.
Can't carry anymore.
I'll always roll one if I found an ethereal base. I just hadn't had any luck with like Threshers and Cryptic Axe. I just haven't found any ethereal ones. I found like, God, I don't even know how many CVs. And I've actually found, I think I have a greater poleaxe, or a great poleaxe.
I can't carry anymore.
But all the other ones have eluded me. That's why I ended up making my Infinity in a CV. It's just because I couldn't put my hands on a decent base. Yeah, I've ran pits though many times. I think it's just me. I just don't have luck with polearm bases in D2R. It just they elude me, except for colossal bulges. Now watch, I'll find a thresher here.
Not even death can save you from me.
And pits is a good place to look for bases. Yeah, Leah, it's not been that great today. I did okay yesterday. Yesterday was actually doing me pretty good. What are you getting dizzy for? Yeah, Moo Moo is good for bases. I just don't like to farm there, so. Now, I'll probably will when when ladder drops and I'm hunting for my spirit bases at the beginning, I'll probably be farming moo-moos for my spirit bases, 100%.
I am overburdened.
Oh, I got you. I'm not even looking half the time. Yeah, I get that though. If you're not playing and you're just watching, it probably can get a little dizzying. Yeah, Michael, they're super rare. Sometimes, people they get them while leveling. I got a low rune while I was leveling before I finished hell difficulty. I got a low rune in Icy Caverns. So my mercenary had a fortitude by the time I completed hell difficulty, which is pretty rare. Really, Martin? God, I find them things, so many of them. Now, the Pally ones I don't get at all, but like the four socket monarchs, man, them things I stopped picking them up. See, that's the funny thing. Some people just have great luck with certain specific drops, and others just struggle. Lacerators. Ethereal. Really, Scholar? That's kind of weird. Here we go. Ethereal. These are actually pretty good if you get them ethereal. I think, no. That's unfortunate because it has a replenish quantity mod. So ethereal lacerators are actually a really good item if you could get them forward. And throw barbs are actually might be a thing now. So after 2.4, the throw barbs, seeing you get amp damage, potential amp damage from the hit. So these, if you get ethereal set, these are actually pretty good to keep. It's not horrible. I mean, it's not horrible. And with the 2.4, they made the adjustment today to increase the total quantity on throw items by 50%. So that was a pretty helpful change today. They increased the arrow stack to 500, and they increased the throw item quantity by 50%. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Throw barbs got a decent amount of help today, or in 2.4. People were complaining about the item quantities on the throw items, so they increased that. So you'll see a few more throw barbs in 2.4. Yeah, I mean they fixed the shapeshifters, which was the biggest thing. They reverted the change on the shapeshifts so that IAS nerf is no longer. I don't like the Hydra damage nerf, but I'm going to test it out tomorrow just see how bad it actually is. It might not end up being that big a deal. I mean, there wasn't a ton of stuff in it. That's why I think we're going to see some sort of ladder announcement soon. Because, I mean, there's not going to take a lot of testing to look at these latest changes. Because most of them are just reverting back to what they were before. So there's not going to be a whole lot to test out. So I think we're going to see ladder announcement. Hopefully. They could always prove me wrong. It is Blizzard. Yeah, the Fury Druid thing was the big deal, which everybody was kind of looking for to see if they were going to revert that. So yeah, the shapeshift mains, they got that back. So at least they didn't get the proverbial kick in the nuts.
Not even death can save you from
I mean, it was pretty bad. So that was a good reversion. Ooh, a Zerker Axe. Ethereal? No. I got plenty of those. It's teasing me today with some of these drops, especially these base drops. Ethereal? No. I already have one of these ethereal. It's actually not bad. Not a big bad pickup, Martin. Mal runes are always good to put in the inventory. I need to move those. I've been disappointed with my jewel rolls. I don't get any good jewel rolls. I mean, at this point, you know, 36 ED by itself, unless you have a second mod on it, they're okay. I think I might have gotten a 36. That might be the highest I've gotten. What's up, Alan?
I am overburdened.
Yeah, they moved they moved all that stuff back. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't. I mean, I don't think in the overall scheme of things those changes to the R's were really that big a deal, but yeah, whatever. Oh, you only had the 1 day of luck on the keys? Yeah, but you were killing it that day, man. You were getting keys for days. You should have enough if you kept on going. Enough saved up. You were getting a lot. Oh, you only got 2 runs worth? Yeah, that's not bad though. I guess you didn't get the torches you were wanting. Which is usually the case.
Even death can save you from me.
Ah, yeah. That's always the case. I hadn't actually tried to farm keys in a little while. I really need to. I keep saying I'm going to get my dad his torch, and I still haven't. Ethereal gloves. Alan, do you need a necro torch? I got extras. That's one thing I found was necro torches. I think I got. Yeah, I got a 1714. I think this is Amazon. Yeah, it's Amazon. No, that's cool. You know, I get it. I'm the same way. I try to find all my stuff myself. But I was just offering. Because, yeah, key farming can become pretty tedious. Especially when you get into those ruts where just the keys aren't dropping. It's such a pain. That's why I had to stop for a little while. I'll probably get back into some key farming later on. Holy smokes, man. What's up, Scrunchy? Damn, Scholar, you're on fire today, man. A 43 Vortex Ethereal? Holy crap, man. I'm assuming we ain't going to risk a chance with Cube. We're going to probably use Socket Quest on that. Make sure to get 4. That's like the best pace to put an Exile rune word in for a smiter. Especially an ethereal one. And 43 out of 45 is a pretty awesome roll. It's pretty valuable. They're so hard to come by. There's a lot of value in that particular shield base. Yeah, Vortex shield is, I think, isn't it the highest smite damage?
I am overburdened.
Yeah, it's Vortex shields just in general don't drop very often, and then stack on top of that ethereal, and then getting a high res roll on it. It's pretty sought after. Scholar, you already have one though, don't you? Or was that, or am I thinking of Driving that built his exile already?
Can save you from me.
I think it's driving that I'm thinking of. I think he already has his exile built. Come on, Diablo, give me something. I mean, Ed, it's a good base for 100%. Ethereal is like the most sought after because I think Exile does the indestructible mod,
Hail to you.
so you get the extra damage bump from having an ethereal shield. It's a pretty cool find. It's a pretty rare find. Yeah, people are always looking for that one. You just don't see it. I've had a couple drop during runs, but I've never gotten any good mods on them, and it haven't been ethereal. So, but you don't see them that often. What's the runes for Exile? It's pretty expensive, isn't it? Vex Ohm is, yeah, it's not cheap. It's not bad though. Vex Ohm, it's not horribly expensive. You still trying to roll a Monarch? I just can't see investing all my gems into it. I'll do like 5 at a time, just to take a swing at it. Spear and Mage Plate. Do you have? I'm taking it you have one. I don't know how many enigmas are getting made at this point. I would imagine some people still looking for the superior bases.
Not even death can save you from me.
Ethereal. Oh. I haven't found any decent tucks. I think the highest I've got is like 180 something. $152. Jesus, getting worse. What's up, Dan? Not a whole lot. Oh, Scrunchy. Yeah, somebody was telling me about that because I got that ethereal one. I don't remember what the ED was on my Haas, though, my ethereal Haas. Somebody was saying that because I found that so early on that everybody was telling me to hold on to it because of that. Ty, I'm not sure. Everybody say hey to my dad. He's on chat. Ty, I don't even know. I don't play Assassin enough to really even know. I just like finding like perfect ED items. Oh, I caught that Ort rune out of the corner of my eye. I thought I had me an ohm. I found an ethereal one a while early, kind of early on too. I didn't hang on to it though. I don't think it has a use. A small charm over there. +1 defense. Great charm. Leah, no, not really. I think if there was going to be an Act 6 or an expansion or a DLC of some sort, they'd really hype it up. I don't really think there's going to be an Act 6. I wouldn't mind seeing it, to be perfectly honest, but honestly, I think it's contingent on what kind of time frame they think D4 has. If D4 is still a couple years out, they might actually do something with an Act 6, but I don't know that D4 is that far out, so I don't see them investing in DLC for Diablo 2. Wouldn't mind seeing it, but I just don't see them doing it. All that hype with Mr. Llama, though, was kind of funny. Really, Ty? I don't know. There might be a reason for it. I just don't know what it is. Could be, Bob. It could be. Oh, see, here we go again. Look at this. Look at this. What's the chances of one of these being ethereal? These are the bases I get. This is ridiculous. Not ethereal. I don't even know if it's alpha. Not ethereal. Okay. We don't have to look at them. And a war pike. just telling you, CVs are just my base. That's what I get. And there's the obligatory Ikmal. Yeah, Sinister, could be the case. Yeah, it's hard to say what kind of state D4 is in right now. I mean, they're supposed to be doing like quarterly reports. I don't remember when the one for Q4 came out. And honestly, I don't think there was a lot in it. So, I don't know. It's hard to say what kind of state that game's in. No, Sinister. Blizzard has always been, Activision in general has been notorious for never releasing player data. They just won't do it. They won't put out player concurrent numbers, anything like that. They've just never have.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, and it's not just D2, because people, because ever since they dropped Vanguard for Call of Duty last season or last year, they've been trying to find out player data because they think Vanguard's like the worst Call of Duty ever released. But the Activision will never release those numbers. I think they might have put some data out when they do the earnings reports, but the timing's kind of funny because they're saying because of the Microsoft deal, they're not even going to release the player data for the earnings reports. So the timing's kind of funny on that as well. Because like if you Steam games, you could look on Steam and like immediately see player data, but Activision's never done it.
Not even death can save you from me.
Sinister, I hope they. I mean, this is their first announcement for a new IP in forever. And I love the survival game genre, so I'm pretty hyped for it. But we're talking years down the line, at least 2 years before they even give us any kind of alpha data. I think it's pretty amazing, though. I love +1 max damage charm. I love survival games, so I like it. I like the whole idea of it. Now, which way they take it, that's hard to say, but just in general, the concept, the idea is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. And again, it's one of them things that just, there's, people have different genres they'd like to participate in. I have several, but survival games is one of them. So, because like the Forest 2 is getting pretty hyped up. I really enjoyed the Forest. I thought it was a pretty fun game. So the Forest 2 is pretty big hype right now, and I'm kind of looking forward to that one. And Scrunchy, I already got a bunch of jewels stacked up. You know, I was hard time finding them the other day, but now I got a bunch already. When I don't need them, they drop like rain. The Forest was fun. I really enjoyed that game. And I enjoyed Rust, Conan Exiles. There's multiple survival games that I've played that I've really enjoyed. Yeah, Scrunchy, that's how it goes, man. The other day when I was trying to scrounge up 7, I couldn't get them to drop at all. Oh, Monarch. Look at that J mod right there. Yeah, the console brothers definitely need some love when it comes to this game. They did not do a good job optimizing D2 for console. And maybe you'll get some eventually. I mean, they're working in some console stuff periodically with some of the updates. So maybe they'll eventually get it to a point where y'all actually have something decent to work with. Did I miss some boots? I always forget about boots. I never look at boots. And I know I should. I just never look at boots. I'll go back and check. I think they were up here. Yeah. I always miss the boots. Oh, they're ethereal. No, I thought they were ethereal. But yeah, I definitely believe that the console guys need a lot of help. Time is it? I'm getting kind of hungry. I got a little bit of time. No, maybe not. I thought that said 5:14. Yesterday when I called last run, that's when that Vex rune dropped. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's a ways out on that, Scrunchy. I think they're trying to work console fixes in though. I mean, I think they understand how bad the state of console playing this game is, because they're working even with the little change today. There was something about one of the changes they added to work better with console. So I mean, they're trying at least, and I think maybe there's probably going to be some sort of patch that will have a little more console focus to it. Right now, they're just working in like little minor things. Look at this. Now, I'm not hunting jewels. Was that what it was? I know they had worked something in for it, but I couldn't remember what it was. But I mean, that's what I'm saying though. They're like trying to at least throw something in there to kind of help those guys out. Yeah, Ty, it is 100%. But I feel like they really need to do a patch or an update where it's strictly console focused, and give the guys some love in that arena. There's always hope, right? They give us a little taste here and there. What was that?
Not even death can save you from me.
Look at it again. Christ. We had 3 jewels just this run. Yesterday I couldn't get them a jewel in 5 runs. Yeah, the cross trading 100% needs to come into play somehow. I mean, they're not giving us cross play, but at least some ability to trade between would be really nice. Because, well, I mean, we have it set up on our Discord that we got some go-betweens for it, but it's kind of a pain. Shouldn't have to do that. I mean, you have to jump through hoops to get a PC item that drops to trade it to somebody on console. You have to get a third-party person that has both platforms to do it. It's just really a pain. So having some way, some ability to trade between console or between platforms would be awesome. But we'll see. I mean, I think they're actively working on a lot of different things. And it seems like they're at least kind of listening to the player base. I mean, they rolled back the feral change pretty quick, so maybe they're listening. Yeah, you gotta buy 2 versions of the game to do that. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Nah, my GPU is almost brand new. I just got it like 4 months ago. Well, the GPU itself is a 3060 Ti, so it's you know, it's not top tier, but it's pretty solid. It runs everything that I play. Now, the one I was running before I switched, that 1080 I had, that thing was a struggle bus. It was having problems. But yeah, 3060 Ti is more than enough for everything I got. I mean, I've run like Warzone on max graphics settings, that sort of thing, and getting like 170 frames. So that 60 is plenty strong enough. The 60 is actually pretty good bang for the buck. It's at the bottom of the 3000 series, but I don't know of a game out there that really needs higher than that. And it's, I want to say it was in the 400 to 600 range. $3090 is too slow for what? What are you running where a 3090 is too slow? Holy crap, man. War Scepter. I like looking at these. Yeah, they're stupid inflated right now. Well, that might not be the GPUs as much as just the optimization within the game itself. I don't. I know of Tarkov. I've never played it, but I mean, it can't be more graphics intensive than like Warzone. So then it might become a issue with optimization within the game itself. Yeah, 2080 Ti is a solid GPU, 100%. I don't disagree with that at all. I'm saying if you're looking at like a newer series, I mean, even the 2000 series were getting gobbled up by uh, the the coin miners. Another lacerator. What the crap? We get an ethereal one this time? No. It's 191. It's a little higher. Scholar, man, you killing it. What the crap? You've taken all the mojo from everybody. Yeah, I mean, you got to look at when you're looking at GPU shopping, what kind of games you play too. I mean, like I play shooters, so it's pretty graphics intensive, and you know, GPU lag comes into play when you're doing that. So yeah, it depends on the game you play. Parodrian, they're nothing major. They did roll back the shape-shifting changes, so the feral druids are fixed again. They did reduce Hydra damage, which is not cool, but I'm going to test that tomorrow. And there was some other couple minor changes. They touched, they rolled back all the aura changes on the pallies, except for some of the holy fire stuff. That's kind of it in a nutshell. Yeah, Scholar, that's kind of crazy, man. But I'm going to be testing the Hydra changes to see how bad it actually is. It might not be that big a deal. But the shapeshift thing was the biggest deal because, I mean, those guys were not happy with the changes. And they rolled those back to original. So, shapeshift mains definitely are happy with the rollback. But there weren't a ton in general, so I'm hoping now that they've done this second, the next pass through on the patch. I'm hoping to see us get us a ladder announcement soon. Yeah, the Hydra changes are. Let me put it this way: it looks bad on paper. We'll see what it feels like. Maybe it won't feel too horrible, but I haven't tested it, so I mean it could be god awful. I don't know yet. But yeah, overall, if you crunch the numbers, it's about an 80% reduction in damage. That's a lot. But you know, maybe it won't feel too bad, and maybe it's still viable, but we'll see. That's what I'm saying. It's a thing you have to kind of look at it and see what it feels like. You still get six Hydras, and there's no cast delay, so maybe it won't be too horrible. I still don't understand why they nerfed it, though. I didn't feel like Hydra was OP by any means. I mean, come on, Llama's just a shield for the man, right?
Not even death can save you from me.
He's in their pockets. I'm just kidding. I'm sure if he did it live on stream, he'll probably drop a cut. on the tube. Oh, glad bang. Ethereal? No. Don't even want to look at it. Alright, 2 more runs. I'm getting kind of hungry. Skull pile, low rune? Nope. I feel like they owe me a low rune since I had one drop on PTR. I think that's fair. If you're going to give me a low rune drop on PTR, you owe me a rune drop on live. That was almost good. I'll take a Sur rune. Actually don't have any right now. If I have any luck, it'll be on the last run again. See you, Sean. Appreciate you joining our Discord, man. Look forward to seeing you on there. It could be, man. It could be turned up. I don't know why they would, since they provide you with a character full of them. See you, Kaparki. Okay, nothing this one. This is the last one. This is where it counts. No, I've never lost one. I mean, there might have been one that dropped that I didn't know about, like in cows or something, where you just don't see it. But I've never, like, had one drop and then, like, disconnected or something. I've never had that kind of bad luck, for sure. That would definitely piss me off. Dude, there's not enough time in to ever do that. I think somebody calculated how long that would take, and Perodrian is just, you can't do it, physically can't do it. There's not enough time to do it. I forget, it's like 100 some, 200 some years. It's like a ridiculous amount of time to actually make that happen. We were just talking about that the other day on stream. Somebody actually ran the numbers. It's actually pretty crazy. Yeah, Scholar, 100%. Oops, don't even have my right set on. It actually hadn't been announced, person. They just put that, you know, that minor update to the patch on PTR. I give it outside a week for them to actually test it. I don't think it's going to take that long. I'm hoping they announce latter next week. And Bob still wants to say it's the end of the month. I still think it's going to be week of the 15th. That's my prediction. Week of the 15th, so a couple weeks from now. Well, not even a couple weeks. I think corporate's going to force them to put it out sooner rather than later. And with their so little changes to the patch, you know, with what they put out today, I think it's going to come out pretty soon. I don't think they've ruined Arden. I mean, it's still stronger than it is now, and it's still really strong. I think there was too much focus on the Arden stuff, just in general. I don't think it was that big a deal to begin with. Get out of here. Alright, no go today. We didn't get that last run luck like we did last night. Yeah, I didn't think it was that OP. Yeah, so I'm thinking the week of the 15th. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Parodian. I would agree with that. I mean, there was too much talk about the Sork and the Pally. The Sork did need fire buffs, which is kind of missed still. But the other guys could have used some more help. Yeah, Ty, it is. Maybe not for the night, but it is for right now. Yeah, don't even get me started on Activision. But anyways, okay, plans for tomorrow. I'm going to be live streaming at 7, but tomorrow's going to be my off day as far as D2. We're going to be playing Overwatch. Anybody that wants to join in, you're welcome. We got a couple people that are planning on playing with us. When I say us, wife and I will be streaming Overwatch. Like we did last Friday. It was a blast, had a lot of fun. No, I have not tried Valorant. I don't know how I feel about Valorant. I've seen it. I just haven't tried it. So tomorrow night's Overwatch. And I'll be playing with anybody on stream. Yeah, and I might. I mean, just haven't tried it. There's just so much stuff out there right now. It looks like something I would play. So, but here's the thing. That's kind of going to be my thing going forward. Friday nights, I'm going to try different games besides D2, or streaming different games. I've played Overwatch for a long time, but I haven't played it in so long, and we played it last Friday night. I haven't played it since. I've only played it last Friday, and we had a blast, and it was hysterical. We had a good time on stream Friday night. So that's the plan for tomorrow night, and I'm going to try and put out something about the Hydra changes at least tomorrow. I might look at the Raven stuff to see what they're talking about. See, there you go. Lapu just put it about how long it would take to craft El Tazad. It's ridiculous. But yeah, don't forget to hit the like before you leave the stream. Sub if you're not subbed. Link to Discord's in the description if you want to join us there. Yeah, Bob, I just want to look at it. Their wording was really weird. I think they got the wording wrong on it, so I want to look at it. I don't think it's that a thing really, but I want to look at that, and I'm gonna look at the Hydra stuff and maybe do a quick little video on the Hydra stuff. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. Scholar, there you go. Yeah, it was fun, and so we plan on doing that again tomorrow night. I know Scholar said he was going to try and hook up with us and play some tomorrow night. Anybody's welcome. We can have up to 6 in a group at a time. So if you play Overwatch or have played or want to try it, we're going to be doing that tomorrow night starting at 7 Eastern. And then I'll be doing my regular Sunday stream as well. So we're going to leave it here. You guys have a good one. Catch me on Discord. And you guys have a great day. Peace.